Before we get into the video, I would like to say, all the music was provided by my friend Logan Wade, who you can find over on Spotify, under Ruler of Xyzldtn. I will have a link in the description, but I encourage you to check him out.
That's not how you feed a baby. That's not how you clean a baby.
Want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Too bad!
That's not how you play with a baby.
Lord, I need a sign. I need to learn how to be a good parent. I did not see that coming. There are many caretaker games on the DS, including Nintendogs, the Tamagotchi Collection, Sims 2 Apartment Pets, and Horse Life. I pre-ordered this one. Came with a free bottle of methadone. However, there are some that are a lot less talked about, and pretty soon you should be able to see why. While looking at a list of games that came out on March 7th, which while looking at them was the current date, I saw one that I had never even heard of. Baby Pals. Baby Pals had a short but interesting article that I will read now. Baby Pals is like Nintendogs, except with babies. In it, you take care of your baby after first customizing every detail of its appearance to your liking. Not true. Once you're tired of playing with the same baby, you can just delete the save file and make a new one. Don't think too hard about it. I went through 5 babies before I got the recording right, so now there's 5 6-month-old babies lost to the Nintendo void. I am so sorry, Adolf. Dumb fuck. Wee Todd. The next part, after the description, is the most interesting part though. I will read it to you. At this offset in the ROM, there's a slightly concerning hidden message. Welcome to Baby Pals, the world's first Nintendo DS baby simulation. This game is lots of fun. So much 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 fun.
So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun.
It literally repeats 60 times. I counted. After it's repeated 60 times, take good care of your baby, or else. I wasn't able to confirm myself if this was true, as I couldn't get any DSD compilers to work, so I'm just going to take TCRF's word for it. It gets better though. In the Wikipedia article, there is an alleged subliminal message in there, which the baby would supposedly say, Islam is the light. I tried to recreate it, I tried to do whatever I could, I tried to find audio clips online, I tried to find some sort of YouTube video or record on it. I couldn't do it, but that was what actually led me to trying to decompile the game, was to be able to find that specific audio clip. If there's anyone who is watching this that is interested or knows how to decompile DS games and get the audio files from them, I would super appreciate it if you could contact me. I have an email, a Discord server, whatever. Thank you in advance. And according to the creators, what they decided to say in defense of themselves is that all the voice lines were recorded from a 5-month-old baby. All the babbling, all the crying, literally, the crying is an actual baby being recorded crying. That's fucked up. Starting off, we are greeted by a menu that prompts us with 2 options. One of which is adopt a baby, which is how you start the game. And then there's the second option, which is the options option. There's sound effects volume, turns down the baby crying, the scrubbing noise of the washing mini game, the eating foods, mostly the crying, because there's a lot of that in this game.
Hey, Michaela?
Yes.
Where's the volume button on this thing?
I don't have one.
But in Baby Pals they do.
But real babies don't.
That fucking game lied to me.
The music volume, which there's about 6 tracks in the entire game, and none of them are good.
So much fun.
What are you listening
So
to?
much fun. Baby Pals soundtrack. So much fun. So much fun.
Not a single one. Mic sensitivity, which that comes into play way later, which is so funny. Then there's the credits, which shows you the people that were willing to have their name put down on this stain on the DS's history. Those options are very, very basic, but I feel like a lot of parents' wishes babies had volume buttons. We choose to adopt a baby, And this has one of the most expansive character creators of all time. You get to change these settings in this order: your child's gender, your child's skin tone, your child's head size, your child's belly size, your child's nose shape, which is again nose size, your eye shape, which is again your eye size, then the eye's color, and then your baby's name. Don't let all those options fool you, because honestly, your child ends up looking the same no matter what you do, minus the size of their nose. That one is my favorite option by far. Normally, making the baby's the fun part. I did end up picking Lil Asshat. We are then given a screen with information about our baby. Excuse me, we have some information for you about your child.
What is it?
He seems to take after his father. The weight and length will change and will be different with each baby that you create, but your baby is always 6 months whenever you adopt them. I also don't know if this impacts gameplay at all. Right after creating our baby, naming our baby, and seeing the information about them, we have our personal space violated by Bitchface, aka Jessica, who wants us to remember her from another game that she was in called Pals, which, to the best of what I could tell, is from the Wii. Also, fun fact about that game, the cover had a typo that made it to where the game says 40 different kitten breeds to pick from. That's not exactly word for word, but there's 40 different kitten breeds to pick from. Victoria tells us that she is going to be there every step of the way to help us with our baby. She doesn't actually do anything except for tell you what to do. She is not helpful. After having our personal space violated, we then get to see the 7 options on the screen. At the top left is a question mark that if you tap on it, it tells us the baby's needs, which is how clean the baby is, how hungry the baby is, how bored the baby is, and how sleepy the baby is. We can also see the knowledge of our baby. This is apparently important, but I don't think so, because your baby cries no matter what. This game is best played muted. She then tells us that we should probably clean our baby. But before that, we're going to go over the options that appear. We are able to clean the baby, we can eat the baby, we can put the baby to sleep, we can play with the baby, we can teach the baby, or we can click on the extras, which we'll get to each one in due time. She tells us that we can change or bathe our baby, but you need to do both because doing only one won't get the baby completely clean. This implies that Victoria makes us put the dirty diaper back on our baby. However, the diaper counter says otherwise. I don't completely understand why this is, but this is Victoria's world and we are just the toys. We're going to start with cleaning our child. The bathing minigame is very, very, very simple, and you can probably guess how it works. You rub the front half of the baby with a stylus until the baby is covered in soap, making sure to get the eyes, which actually doesn't hurt the baby for some reason. Then we spray down the baby with a shower head, which leaves water droplets, which we then have to use a towel to dry the baby off. This results in a clean and, I think, happy baby. Michaela, I'm bored.
I know something fun you could do. You can change him.
That's not fun. We get to changing the baby, which is another minigame, if you can call it that. It involves unclipping safety pins, throwing the diaper away, wiping discolored spots off the baby, putting baby powder on more discolored spots, dragging a diaper onto the baby, then reclipping the safety pins. This minigame is not fun and not rewarding, and you have to do it a lot. Next is the eating and cooking minigames. These ones are almost as bad. The cooking one is absolutely horrible, which may be because I was playing with a mouse, not a stylus, but with the mouse, this minigame is very, very, very unresponsive. This minigame involves slicing a fruit or vegetable, which you have next to no time to finish. The 4 recipes you start with are pureed bananas, apples, squash, and sweet potatoes. The minigame for each of these recipes is the exact same, only difference being in what fruit you are slicing, then pushing lit up buttons on a blender to puree them into baby food. The apple is the easiest as you only have to slice it like 5 times, and the sweet potato is the hardest as it's the longest. You have the same amount of time to slice each fruit, these minigames are absolutely dreadful. They suck. There's nothing fun about them, and it is literally the same thing over and over. Next is the feeding minigame that allows us to feed our baby. This involves picking up some food with a spoon, then forcing it down the child's throat. When you feed the baby, sometimes the food will drop onto their face, which you're supposed to use the spoon to scoop off of their face. I find it funnier to leave it, as there seems to be no downside. You still get points, and you still get a fed baby. Next is the sleeping minigame. Imagine Temple Run for a person with no arms. The minigame involves you guiding a sheep through 4 different lanes past obstacles. This game is very, very easy, but is very time consuming, as the sheep moves so slowly, and there is no way to speed through it. Fuck! Next is the playing menu, which is full to the brim with 4 super fun minigames, such as Patty Cake, which is basically a pattern remembering game, maxing out at 3 things at a time. There's top, bottom, left, and right, and center. You have to remember the 3 buttons that are pushed and re-push them in that order. Then there's Tickling, which is a very poorly controlled game, where you tap the part you want to tickle, then you have to rub the stylus in circles to tickle the child, which fills up a green meter. This is the worst minigame, by the way. It does not control easily. You will tap on certain parts of the baby that you want to tickle, and then you try tickling it, and then it thinks that you tapped again, so you end up selecting a different part or deselecting the one you did. Very unresponsive. This is the worst minigame, even worse than the cooking one. Next is my second favorite game, Peekaboo, which involves you suffocating the creepy digital child with a towel. You may think I'm joking, but if you don't hold it there, the child literally gets upset with you and taunts you. Lastly in the play section is the toy box. This one allows you to taunt your child with a toy that they can't have, and the best part is the child's head always stares at the toy. Always. So if you shake it around the entire screen, your child's head will do this. Also, if you remember earlier, there was a mic sensitivity option. This comes into play with every minigame except for the sleeping minigame, where it has moments that wants you to do this. In the Extras tab, we have 2 options, Store and Dress Up. They are exactly what you think they are. The store allows you to unlock recipes, clothes, hairstyles, diapers, whatever, using your heart points that you earn by playing mini-games. Hey, I'd like to buy a bottle of Vitali and some Kool-Aid, please.
Oh, sorry, sir. You don't seem to have changed your baby enough times to afford it.
Do you take cash?
No.
Then there's Dress Up, which allows you to change the clothes your baby wears. None of these feel rewarding, as all you can do is play the same mini-games over and over, which the only variation between most of them is slightly different graphics. The food minigame just gives you different food to cut. The cleaning minigame is the same each time. There's not any variation to it. Every toy is played with in the exact same way. Hold it in front of the baby, and when the baby reaches their hands out, give it to the baby. The different types of diapers, clothes, toys, recipes, all of those are, again, purely cosmetic. There's nothing special about using different items. All you have to do is never buy clothes, only buy one type of diapers, and use the recipes that are pre-provided for you. There is no point in actually purchasing items from the store other than diapers. The final option that we haven't explored yet is the teaching tab. These seem to be randomly available, but I do believe it has to do with the bond points that you get by playing minigames. The only one we will play is the Teaching Colors minigame, which seems like it's the baby teaching us, not the other way around. The baby points at a color, and you put the colored bricks onto that color. That's it. You might expect the game to have more things available, but honestly, there are things that do get unlocked, but you have to actually sit there and play this god-awful game to unlock them. You can unlock new things to purchase in the store, you can unlock new recipes to purchase, and you can unlock different things that you can teach your child. But I am not about to play the game for that long. I don't understand how there were so many types of these games for the DS. It seems like everyone and their grandmother really wanted to be able to cash in on Nintendogs' success and popularity. However, this game is just a really bad Nintendogs, but with a baby. I'm pretty sure these games were less common on the 3DS, thank goodness, as I didn't ever have any on the 3DS growing up. I just didn't see as many when going through the free shop. I wouldn't recommend this game at all. It is boring, repetitive, it has no replayability, and the best part of the game is deleting the baby. Just play Nintendogs, or play with a real baby. You know, if this game taught me one thing, I think it taught me how to be a good parent. You know, I learned some really cool tricks, and I'm excited to use them in the future. Real babies are way easier to handle, way less needy than this damn digital baby. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really did spend a lot of time trying to make this. Since this is the first video I've ever made in this fashion, even my first attempted one in this fashion, it's not going to be as good as it can be. Over time, I will get better at it, but this one is me trying to branch out and make different types of content. I've been watching a lot of JonTron, I've been watching a lot of Pro Jarid, and I haven't seen anyone who does this type of video. So, this is a new area, and I hope to get better at it. So, if you did enjoy watching it, please like and subscribe. It'll encourage me to try making more like this. Otherwise, I'll make some more, just don't know how fast I'll get them out. It was honestly easier to make all of this than it is for my challenge videos. 100%. I was able to get the recording of the footage, the recording of this, the script written, edited, and put together all in a single day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all the other things. It'll encourage me to make more. If you have any topics you would like me to discuss, please let me know. I would love to know them. I would love to see them. I would love to work on them. So, thank you again, and farewell. I did not mean to scare the baby that badly with the last clip. I just wanted to make a clip right afterwards to show he's okay.